What's up, everybody? Today I have a game where it's the first time I feel like ever I've gotten an opponent that isn't a fellow balance wizard that actually respects and understands what I'm doing with the adapt strategy. This person elfed off every single shield that I put on myself to swap over. He was not having any of it, which actually I think is really funny because I think Storm actually is one of the best at ignoring the adapt strategy and just killing me before I can even get it set up. But either way, it was a very fun video. Enjoy. Later, taters.
Alrighty. A Storm. I don't think I've fought this Storm before. Don't like the elf pet. Definitely keep gearheads. I think you have to do this and swap immediately. I don't think you can spend a single round messing around in this matchup. I don't think you actually go for bubbles here, but if they decide to go for it, it's good stalling rounds. What? 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 This man's nose. This man's nose things. That's kind of funny. But is it fine? Do I just bubble till I can pull one from main deck? You know what? Yeah. Because you'll repull. You'll repull another shield. And if they keep elfing them off, they're just wasting pips. Okay, well, you're not pulling it yet. And they didn't... Oh. They went for a heal bubble? As much as they didn't even use a life pip. They have yet to use a pip that makes sense. Get rid of this, and bubble. They have yet to use a pip that makes sense. What is happening? They literally fire elfed with no fire pip, and then they sanctuaried with no life pip. This man's is giga-brained. I don't know what he's cooking. But that's okay. Can I get another single shield from side? I fail pipped. And then they empower. Okay. I have the bubble. We will tower. If they go for a fire elf again, I have a set shield. If they go for a regular elf, I wish I kept the gearhead, but we'll just have to deal with that. I really want the single shield. I really want it. Weakness is good, though. Okay, they didn't do anything of consequence. I have a Chimera in my hand, right? Like, I do have that? Okay. I don't think I can discard anything, so just shield. If they elf, you set shield. Okay, we have another single shield as well. What is this? Okay. Sure. Now the question becomes... I think I'm going to death shield. If they take an open Catalan or an open catch, I get the opportunity to swap. And that's really good for me. And if they decide to elf it like maniacs, you have Chimera. Yeah. I'm doing that. What are they going to do about it? I don't think an elf is a good move from them. Adapt. You pulled the adapt as well. If they go for like a blade or something, I feel like I do have to bubble though. I don't want to take too big of a hit. I've given them this single buffed hit, which Storms typically cannot refuse. And they didn't fire elf. They storm trapped like a bunch of maniacs. Okay, I'm gonna bubble. I think you gotta. They want an elf. I know they do. Because they don't want me to have that shield. They know my nefarious intentions with this shield. I think this is the most I've ever had somebody actually be scared of the adapt. But they can't elf this turn. If they don't have a bubble, they are in trouble. I don't care if they counter the dots and get blades, I am sending a Chimera. It's bubbled. It's open. And I'll still get 1 tick out of it. And Azilla is not that much different from a catch anyway. So I'm going to get rid of these and Chimera. I don't need the adapt. It's pretty good. And I'm going to keep going for it. But I don't need it. Should I have just set shielded there? Maybe I should have set shielded to bait another elf. That was probably the move. Yeah, now that I think about it, that makes way more sense. But you've got more. If they go for the Zilla, they only have 4 pips. I'm gonna Myth Shield. Or do I set shield first? What? 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 You didn't counter the dots? It's over for you. It's literally over for you. Are those dots still on me? They are. I'm gonna set shield. And then that forces them to spend another pip elfing and another round of those dots go unchecked. Empowerment? Does that? No, it doesn't trigger off anything important. Okay, you got a lot of these. I actually don't think you're gonna adapt anymore. I don't see it happening. I think he's pretty content on you not doing that. Is that a buff? Sir. Okay, but if I Death Shield, a Fire Elf does not remove the Storm Shield. I'm 80% sure? I'm 80% sure. I think 80 is a good percent to be sure. Because I'm definitely not 100% on that. And running single Death Shields inside instead of Spirit Shields like I was does mean it's harder to cover these shields. But an elf does not break these things. I'm 80%, 81% sure. 81. Please. Please be right. Because I'm going to look really dumb if I wasn't right. Please. It's the ice one, right? Yeah. Yeah, no, we're still defended. Take the frickin' Hydra. At this point, you don't need the Scorpion. Just take a Hydra. They are getting shads a lot faster than me. But I think we're just going to spam shields. Maybe a Dispel. But they literally have to elf again, and they're not even at the pips to owl. But I need to pull shads. So the draws were a little stupid. Maybe, does another Hydra just do it? Another Hydra does. Oh, Brace is such a good pull. I recently put that back in. If they elf again, I absolutely Brace. Like, yes, it's a triple buff for Salka, but I think I'm okay. I think you have to. If they go for a Shrike... Okay, they didn't. They went for a Storm Spell. They went for Berry. Okay, but they gave up 2 buffs for that. I think I don't actually have Rainbow Serpents left. I think I discarded both of them already. But then again, you don't need any other school's pips at the moment, so maybe you do just go ahead and grab a Death and a Storm pip to at the very least intimidate them. I actually don't think you shield here. I think you just Brace. A Rusalka hurts, obviously, but they have a lot of ground to make up with those heals. And if I can pull a Sabertooth, or if there's a Rainbow Serpent left... Okay, neither of those things yet, but we did pull the Shad, which is very important. I think I just Empower here, and then just threaten a Hydra into a Mockenspiel. I think that's what you have to do. And get a Storm Pip. Just in case. I feel like they have to take the Rusalka here. There's no other move for them. Really? So what, you want to like Rusalka Owl? I feel like that's greed. And that's damage on yourself. I don't think I'm too shottable with a brace out. Like, maybe I'm crazy for thinking that because it's a storm. But like, I don't think... Also, I think he's at less health this turn, even though he's healing, because that Chimera is still on him. I think a Hydra just does it. So, maybe you didn't even need to empower. Maybe you could have just shielded. But like, in case I'm wrong. Or in case I fail pipped and then he steel pipped. If he auras, that actually would be a really good... I think he's just dead, though. This is the last round of those dots. Do I get the ice pip in case this is your follow-up? I think that's probably a better follow-up. 210, but those are more than 210 around. So they're not even actively healing. Is that a rebirth? Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Honey, no. Also, you need to get your outgoing up, buddy. I wish I had a Sabertooth here so bad. It'd be so funny. But yeah, we're just gonna Hydra. This man's was so scared of the adapt. He just kept elfing every single one off. GG's, man. The first person ever to respect the Hydra and actually be scared of it.